good evening to you. Thank you for joining us on the show. Insofar as what has gone wrong at municipal level, why are so many towns failing to deliver the very basic of services?
It's sad. It's happened over the last 15 years that we've seen a significant decay year on year. And I think, well, it happened when a lot of the good talent has been taken out of the system, as we've just heard again now, the ANC being very clear about cadre deployment, not necessarily people who have the skills and the experience in these municipalities to make them a success. And sadly, I think what comes with it is the political changes. You cannot run a municipality and whoever comes into power every 5 years, and these days, every 2 years, as we've seen how mayors have been ousted in municipalities, and with their agendas, they come and change the whole plan of a municipality and the administration to execute it. So I think there's a lack of professionalism and continuity in municipal planning and execution. And unfortunately, this has become a playground for political players that really are in it not for the interest of the people, but for personal gain and family interests. So we've seen how entrepreneurs have evolved. We've seen how municipal services and rates and taxes have escalated year on year. Yet we have seen our services have declined. It's very evident. And I think, unfortunately, this is where it fails the people the most. You know, this is where you and I live. It's where our kids go to school. It's where we work. And if you want to stimulate economic growth, you must make sure that your municipalities are sustainably providing services and affordable services, because then businesses can participate and grow and create more jobs.
We know that, I mean, it's interesting you mentioned cadre deployment as one of the reasons. We know that President Cyril Ramaphosa has spoken about cadre deployment quite a bit when questioned. And he said that he's acknowledged that there are flaws in the policy, how the policy has been executed. But he's also spoken about how it's really for those most fit for purpose, and he's framed it as a capacity building tool, a diversity and all sorts, and also spoken about the qualifications being one of the important aspects of cadre deployment. What are your thoughts on the concept, and perhaps talking a little bit about some of the loopholes?
Look, I think with transition, it's important. You know, we have to have more equitable access for professional people to get into the job space, but it's not something you can force. You know, I think municipalities are so delicate. It's not a space where you just come and enforce a policy to see a visual change. You have to make sure that the integrity of a municipality stays intact so that the services are provided. And it's not a place that you can take risks. So the best way would have most likely been to keep in some of the old guard, ensuring that people come and work themselves up so that they have the mentors in place to tell them about the electricity infrastructure and not just see it on a map, but actually getting their shoes dirty. So I think an old school method would have been better. It doesn't help you are qualified on paper, but you don't have the experience. We're talking about billions. If you just think about it, a municipality or a city as like Johannesburg, you are talking about an 80 billion rand budget. Now, if you think about private industry and a business, an 80 billion rand company is on a listed JSE. Now, look at that CEO's qualifications and experience in business, and compared to a municipal manager's experience and their qualification. I think this is where the ANC's cadre deployment fundamentals are fundamentally flawed. So the idea behind transition is right, but you have to, it's going to take time, and you have to do the hard work so that you get the right people who are experienced who can do the job.
So in the interim, I mean, do you think that there's meaningful accountability for municipal mismanagement, or do officials in this instance just keep failing upwards?
Absolutely no accountability. Municipalities, as I've mentioned, haven't failed overnight. Every month and every quarter, they have to report to provincial government as well. If they failed, provincial government must intervene. They must even take drastic measures to, if they cannot assist the municipality to turn things around, to put them under administration. Out of the over 43 municipalities that's been put under administration, it's been handed back to the very people who have caused the troubles, and there's been no accountability. In fact, that's the issue we're sitting with. You know, you cannot hold your own to account if you're not serious about it. And as the president has said, you know, if the ANC was serious about municipal service delivery, why act only now?
Yeah.
I don't think they will be able to turn things around for next year. And sadly, this is where people feel it the most. So I think we're going to see an interesting election year next year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening. Local government expert Julius Kleynhans.